And then when he did teach in some homes, the thing that happened is that he realized that he did the healing, all kinds of things that was not in according to the house, but he did it on the outside. You see, there's a difference. There's a great difference. The Lord wants us to realize that somebody have attached a lie to our Lord's name and to the work that God have told us to do. Somebody have did great intention, volunteer, try to block us from His truth and want to block us from our inheritance that belongs to us. That's ours. The fake people who got that dippity-doo curl in their hair and were trying to wear a hat, it's over. And like I said, Lord, let signs and wonders follow every time when I speak concerning you in these lessons, that people would know who's who and what is what. This is where we at. This is where we at. The earth is shut down for purpose and for judgment. So like I was saying, ain't nobody ever build a church. Peter, somebody put, build me a church. And again, like I said, when Paul did all that missionary, it was just to the Greeks. He talked to the Romans, but mainly it was just the Greeks. And when he talked, like I said, that word prosecha, outside amphitheaters, theaters, where they had sports and entertainment and even killings. Those were the places where the people of God, anointed, filled with the Spirit of God, that's how they talked to the people. This is how they went about God's message. There was no church. And for Solomon, before he could build that church, it was a great sacrifice of blood because God was not pleased. But he kept his promise. But see, it was a cost because God did not ever want us to be about a church. God said, be holy for I am holy. And you will see, I'm trying to adjust and get some little extra power in this to this camera. But you have to understand, he never told us to build a church. But the thing about it, like I said, we was about coming together as a congregation. Not about coming to a church. As you will see as we go further into our lesson. The book of Psalms 40, 60, and 10. Listen here. This was the Lord, this is the Spirit of God moving on King David. He was a black Jew, not Jewish, but he was a black Jew. This is what he said. In fact, he had a ruddy complexion like my complexion. It's ruddy. It's ruddy. So if you want to see ruddy, this is ruddy. Then said I, lo, I come in the volume of the book. It is written of me. I delight to do the will of my God. Yea, the law is within my heart. I have preached righteousness in the great congregation. See again, look at the congregation. There's no church. Can somebody tell me where does church come from? Well, I'm gonna tell you. Lo, I have not refrained my lips, O Lord. Thou knowest, I have not hid thy righteousness within my heart. I have declared thy faithfulness, thy salvation. I have not concealed thy loving kindness, thy truth from the great congregation. No church. You see, and what had happened is that they try to put the word ecclesiastes, assembly, and all these type of things, and then connect it with church. But we will see what this really is, what this is. And you see, nowhere did anybody, and when one was house built for God, it turned into a place of idolatry. God did not want no house built for him. It's a reason about this building called a church. You see, when the giants built these buildings and these churches, they was for pagans, pagan deities, demons, and for fallen angels. That's more than just of men, but women. You see, all that fell with Satan and the devil weren't all just of men nature. They are women. So you got to understand that the Babylon the whore, she was not no demon. She's not no devil. She's a fallen angel. God shut the mouth of these people right now who love and possess and all in possession and have got so rich through this whore, fallen angel. Let's go to, and we're going to get more into that because it's, so look, as I said this, everybody of the Lord, and the Lord said, I'm going to talk to the congregation. Now, I'm telling you about what people who are on the Lord's side said. Nobody mentioned a church. Nobody said anything about a church. And Solomon said even, the house I built for you is nothing but for prayer, for offering and prayer and sacrifice. Ain't no sitting attendance. There's not no a place you can pass the popcorn. It's not a place where you think, when the people that came with the temple that Solomon built, those folks, them Levite singers, it was only for the Levite family to have a singing choir. And they stood on the outside. There was no place for y'all to be going out and sing and carry on. Them people didn't do that. There was no church. God did not build a church. You will see that in this, that even the one who stands against God, the king of Babylon, which is Lucifer, listen what he said. This is 14th chapter of Isaiah. How art thou fallen from heaven, O Lucifer, son of the morning? How art thou cut down to the ground, which did weaken the nation? For thou hast said in thy heart, I will ascend into heaven. I will exalt my throne above the stars of God. I will sit also upon the mount of the congregations, in the sides of the north. I will ascend above the heights of the clouds. I will be like the Most High. And you see, this is the thing about it. All is ascending. All is ascending. But see, you got to stay in your atmosphere with God. When God gave you a certain area to be at, don't go too high. Because certain areas is attended and especially dedicated for God. And when you try to go above your realm, God is going to pull you down. And all around you that you think is on your side is going to pull you down. That's why I said, as the Lord, I can't see this president even accomplishing a full term. His heart has been too mean and evil, and you that stand with him. To me, he reminds me of a Colonel Klink and George Armstrong Custer. And you that follow him will come to your massacre. God's not playing. Your own people will turn against you for standing against this unrighteousness. And these people are tired of it. And so God ain't gonna let them get no sickness because they moving in righteousness. And let law for the law. Now there's some who trying to sneak in and do all that kind of stuff. You need to get it. It's right for you to get it. But the people who trying to stand for righteousness and they know time out for all this, calling people white and all this kind of stuff. And my question to you, because fighting just a fight. Let the war begin, because it's gonna, because you're just a children of prediction, but the downfall. Your president is just the poster child of vanity, and what God was showing you what shall happen to vanity. You see, this is what the Lord wants you to realize and understand. If you're going to stand for something, stand for the truth. You that say that you call yourself a color, but and then laws have been made concerning that color. But now this is the time of the true judgment of God. And I say this to you and all who believe like the mind of President Trump. Look in the mirror real good. I don't care if you see a reflection, look in the bucket or pail. Whatever you can get a reflection, I want you to look at yourself real good. Because how can you stand and say and be as you have been doing so long a time and ready to die for a color that don't match your complexion? Now see, all these laws and secret laws, and I would listen to something Byron Allen was saying about President Trump have now tried to slip and make a law where the law of our freedom will be denied. Coward. But watch God attack openly. All this poison you purposely try to do to destroy God's people, even your people, are tired of it. They tired of the lies. They know you have lied to them. They have done our people so unjust, unfair. This is all going to come on you all who believe like Trump. Remember, all you're a big number, but just a child of prediction. So you standing for a color don't even match your complexion. So why I'm saying that, the laws now, we should know that there should be a lawsuit concerning, because everything in these laws you put white, and you know your complexion is not white. In fact, you're the same complexion the palm of my hand, and I ain't calling that white. So in reality, this is a lie, and you've been going along and getting by off of the color white, which you are not, and getting all these extra goodies, unfair things of a color you're not. So who's the guilty one? Who owe who? Listen what it says here. We're supposed to get into it. God wants us as a people. He said, my people. There's a distinction. My people. I'm talking to you, Israel. I'm talking to you. If my people are called by my name, will humble themselves, seek my face, and pray. Then he said he's going to heal from heaven. But I'm going to tell you, pray with understanding. This is God doing what he is for us. For this is our time. And anyone who's going to try to go against what's going on, God is going to shut you off because this is His will. The fake preachers have come trying to rebuke this, acting like but see, that's God showing that they are a liar. And like I told you, this plague is gonna last over next year. All these people who have called